The GameOverGreggy show is brought to you by the OWC DIY PlayStation 4 hard drive upgrade kit, available now at MacSales.com. Now that Christmas is over, you have one thing left to do. Install all those new video games you received as gifts on your PlayStation 4. But with games taking up to 50 gigabytes of storage space, your drive can fill up fast. If you need more storage on your system, quadruple the storage space on your PS4 with the OWC DIY PlayStation 4 hard drive upgrade kit, not gride. That's not a word. Right, Cool Greg? Not a word. With the OWC kits included, 2 terabyte hard drive and all the tools needed for installation and to transfer your data, you'll be able to spend less time managing game data and more time actually playing video games. The kit includes an enclosure so you can reuse the PS4's original hard drive as an external drive. There's even an instructional video to guide you step by step through the installation. Visit MacSales.com/PS4 and step up your game with the OWC DIY PlayStation 4 hard drive upgrade kit. Tim, what's your topic?
My topic is The Rock.
We love The
Is
Rock.
he the hardest working man in the world?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Some people say the president. I say no, the next
I think he's going to be the president.
He should be the president.
2020, we're all going to vote for him.
Rock the vote!
He's going to, rock the vote.
Kevin Hart.
Damn it, right.
His VP.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. This entire conversation started with me and Nick today driving to get his rental car. And we're talking about, like, man, The Rock is just insane how much he works,
Yeah.
how many jobs he's doing, how good of a job he's doing, and how it wasn't always this way. He's always been dope.
Yeah.
But now he's at an all-time high of
He can't miss.
He cannot miss.
He's got that
And
animated flick, the Baywatch one. He's got Under Armour. He's
Jumanji.
killing out.
Not just an
Jumanji.
animated flick. The new Disney movie.
I can't
Disney
say its
musical,
name.
Moana.
Moana.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry.
And
Moana
people
Man.
fucking love it. No,
Yeah,
it's
like
Joanna
Joanna
Man.
Man.
That's a
Yeah.
totally different thing. But then the question becomes, it's like, all right, well, Kevin Hart's right there with him the entire time. So is he the hardest working person too? No, because The Rock needs to work out as well. And then he needs to document it all on social media.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people think that's easy. That's just not easy. Having to freaking make sure you do it. He does things almost daily.
Yeah.
It's the best social media in the game.
And one of the reasons, like, I don't get me wrong, I love The Rock. Everybody knows that. Rock, if you're watching, first off, you got to come on the GameOverGreggy show. Second, you got to host Kind of Funny Live 3. We got to talk about this. But the thing about it is, yeah, first off, I like him in general. I liked him when he was a wrestler. Actually, I didn't like him that much when he was a wrestler, but we'll get into that, I'm sure, in a second. But it was like, then as he moved over and started doing movies, he's choosing the right roles. He's killing the right roles. Then he is killing, like, tweeting everything. Then his Instagram posts aren't just bullshit Instagram posts. Like, I've taken cues from him on how to use Instagram, because he gets in there and he tells these insane stories of, like, it's just a photo of some guy with a sign. It's like, this is Jack and he's a Marine and he worked it for me for 12 hours. So after I was done killing it, I came out here and I said, fucking, what's up, brother? And blah, blah, blah. It's like, damn, Rock, like, this is a fucking emotional story you're taking me on. I love it.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's very inspirational, and he deserves it. And that's the thing, too. It's like, I was joking around on the show this morning when I said, like, this is an example of someone who has talent who didn't fuck his life up with some sort of substance abuse problem, right? Because
There was definitely some substance abuse.
That was the joke.
Smell the rocks.
Exactly. But you know, all kidding aside, like, this is an example of someone who's got his shit together, is talented, motivated, and this is where they can go. And you look at all those other celebrities, like, there's not a day that goes by that I don't watch a movie and be like, what the fuck? What happened to that person? Like, why isn't that person still big?
Yeah.
Like, did they just stop getting roles? And more often than not, it's just because they fucking imploded.
What's fascinating about The Rock is that he mirrors so much of what we talk about, where I talk about all the time, right? Where we'll talk about what our past mistakes were and how we've changed it, and we try to express that as a lesson to the audience, right? And Rock's the same way. And like, I was a shitty kid. I was a shitty teenager. I was in trouble with the law, and I was doing all this, and I had $2 in my pocket, and I went and I started doing these choices and decided to change my life and got to this point where I feel like, rather than be somebody who was, you know, rose to stardom and then fell off, and you're like, what happened?
Right.
He did it the opposite way, where it seems like he had a rough go of it in the beginning and got there.
Yeah.
And to jump to, like, when he was in WWF at the time,
Yeah.
man, I remember I was such a Mick Foley fan that, like, in Beyond the Mat, when he like when Mick Foley's all mad that he didn't, like, shake his hand or come to check on him after the fucking,
After he beat the shit out of him with
with
like
a steel
28
chair.
chair shots.
Yeah, and I was like, "Wait, fuck The Rock. Wait a second. What is wrong with this asshole?" And you couldn't argue with, like, how great he is on the mic and how entertaining he is.
The
But,
Rock
like,
and Sock connection, man.
well, and that's the thing. That's when
They
it
made
starts
up.
to swing back. But it's like, even then, at the time, wrestling, even for as much as it is, like, see behind the curtain, you know, reading dirt sheets and Raja WWF or whatever,
Yeah.
like, it was, okay, is it just an angle? Is he a douche? What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. And so then for him to get out and start working at it and doing it, and then now to be able to, I'm going to Instagram, I'm trying to, the one from Ballers, I think it was, or maybe it was Central Intelligence Agency or whatever, one of the thousands of movies he's put out, where he was, finally got a chance to go eat, and he heard something out the window open. It's all these kids trying to see him, so he makes an Instagram. It's like, damn, man, you're awesome and you're killing it. And I don't know if it's learning from past arrogances and changing, but like I've totally flipped over the years. I mean, I've been a rock fan for a long time now.
Yeah, I mean, he took that level of stardom to the next level. Like you mentioned Kevin Hart with him as well. He's like Kevin Hart's doing the exact. If you watch like Kevin Hart's recent rise as well, like he's doing all the movies.
Yeah.
He's like, if you watch his Instagram also, he's in the gym working out because you do a couple movies with The Rock. How can you not be motivated? Like I can do a little bit. He's like, pal, I just want to get bigger, lift some weights, look like The Rock. And he tries.
He's so
but then
good.
The Rock's just like,
he's so good.
a mountain of a man. He's just like a giant person. He's like, keep working out because it's 4 a.m. You need like 30 minutes of sleep. That guy can't sleep. It doesn't. I don't think he sleeps.
No, I
think he's like,
and I love his diet.
I'm good. Let's go. I need all the fish.
He just blinks hard for a second. He's like, I'm back at it. I forget who it was, but someone was like, the rounds were going around of some YouTuber trying to do his diet.
Oh, yeah. It was an article I read.
His Hercules diet?
Maybe it was BuzzFeed. It was BuzzFeed who did it. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
He's like 9 pounds of cod a day.
Yeah, it's
just like,
fucking ridiculous.
Like 12 meals. The 12 meals of Rocket's ready for Hercules. Like, holy shit.
But like that's just. I just wonder if that's something that you get inherently, like if that's something that's just you're conditioned to do, or if you can actually build yourself into that. You know what I mean?
Physically, you mean?
No, I just mean mentally. Like physically, anyone can do it. Anyone can get that jacked physically but it's the mental thing that's the hardest, right?
When you have the Rock genes.
Well, no, but not necessarily. I'm just saying, like in general, like anyone can get into shape. Anyone can go pack muscle on. Anyone can go work out for a week. Could you do it every day of your life for 2 hours and eat a certain way and fucking shoot a movie afterward and then work out again?
Production.
And that's the thing is like, it's not like he's doing it every day in the same fucking spot, right? Like how many of his Instagram posts are like, yeah, we came in, we shut down this boxing gym so I could. It's the fact of like, yeah, and he travels with Bertha, that giant machine. It's just like
elliptical.
Like it's like fucking. I'm eating well, right? I'm having yogurt for breakfast, and then I go to PAX. It's like fuck it, whatever. My excuse is like shoveling all this fucking Cheesecake Factory blasters into my mouth. It's because I'm fucking on the road. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, and the other thing there too is like for us being in production, that shit is so tiring. Even doing this show, sitting here talking, when we're done with the show, all of us have that like.
Yeah, we're tired.
Oh man, like I feel like I did.
You guys want to go work out for 6 hours?
But that's the last thing that I would want to do, and it's crazy because like this is the tamest version. Whenever we do bigger productions, like I remember we did the Not Another Zombie Apocalypse. Like those days, those were short days for a shoot, but they were like what 12-hour days.
They were 12-hour days,
and it's like you feel
brutal.
So done. Your body is just like, what are we doing here? And like I can't even imagine him doing his own action scenes in Jumanji and Baywatch.
Yeah, he's the star, so odds are he's probably in every scene too.
Yeah.
So he's probably needing to be there at least.
And the thing about him is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say at least 90% of the time.
And it's the fact that he doesn't like, again with the Instagram stuff, and I'm sure, don't get me wrong, he has his moments of being like powering down, but his Instagram and everything else would lead you to believe he doesn't. And I'm not even talking about like seeing the fans, but like recently from the Jumanji set, right? Like the thing where he threw like a fake spider on Kevin Hart, or like when he jumped out of the car and scared Kevin Hart. I mean, mainly it's just fucking with Kevin Hart, but still, like, you know what I mean? Like we know what it's like to be totally down to like, don't fucking speak to me, don't leave me alone right now.
Yeah, no, man, it's crazy. And this goes back to another conversation to bring it back to the WWE thing that I was having with, I don't remember who, it was another guest that came through off camera, where it's like WWE is such a weird thing where they're superstars. I mean, they're literally called superstars, but like WWE stars are celebrities in the most unique way, where there are very few people on the planet that can come out in front of 30,000 people and get cheered the way that they do for a year and then fall off the face of the planet and never to be heard of again.
Yeah.
And like you are no longer a celebrity. You no longer have people going crazy over you, and then you end up like recently you've been going to the APW shows, and then you see guys like Matt Hardy
comes through and you're like,
or whoever.
Wow, Chris Masters, and you're like, damn, you were like fucking untouchable, and now you're here in a fucking gym again, which is usually the ascension.
And it's like MVP. The masterpiece thing, or like the master lock. It's like oh, you can pay $30 to get a picture of you in the master lock, and it's like, I'm not even hating on the hustle there. It's like you're doing you. It's just mind blowing to me that it's like you go from being an arena in front of tens of thousands of people to being in the same school gym that Kevin graduated middle school in, literally. And it's like, it's weird. But then you take things like The Rock, and it's like he kind of took that power and then just really did take it to the next level in a way that no one else has. There's other guys like John Cena, Hulk Hogan, like these guys. They are they are celebrities.
Right.
They are straight up celebrities. They're not just wrestlers, right? They do the movies and do whatever.
Yeah.
But Rock went through that phase of the Cena movies where it's just like,
Doom.
The Rock's in movies.
Yeah,
Doom.
yeah.
He did the Dooms. Now The Rock is the thing that everyone looks to is like, how do we make this movie better? Oh, The Rock. And I don't just mean everyone's in Hollywood execs. I mean the people.
That's the thing. He somehow figured out, like, right around, like, he was nothing until The Rundown, right? Do you remember The Rundown? That was movie with him and Christopher Walken. That is, I think, the movie that cemented
That
him
was
as,
the
like,
Sean William Scott one?
yeah, Sean William Scott. When Sean William Scott was a bigger celebrity than The Rock.
Yeah.
Because he was the lead of that movie. Actually, I guess The Rock was the lead, but they were, like, co-stars.
Whatever. Yeah.
But he somehow figured out, after that project, he was like, holy shit, wait, this is a good project. I'm only going to do good projects from now on. And he's done some interesting films here and there. Like I think he did one with The Gridiron or...
He does a lot of bad movies.
But recently, he has been on a fucking
Well, it's like
tear.
he paid his dues and he got better at acting.
Right.
Like that's, you know what I mean? Like I think as somebody who once in a while is called upon to act at the very bare minimum, as soon as I do it, I'm like, I'm fucking terrible and this sucks and I'm awful. You know what I mean? And like,
But I'm gonna need my own gym built and my own dietary supplements taken
it's
care
sort
of.
of to commit to it, and like what you're talking about is to go beyond the Cena movies and go beyond the Hogan movies and continue to be there. And,
Suburban Commando is a great movie.
with
The Undertaker
Yeah,
also
yeah,
in that.
yeah. It's the bounty hunter with the high voice, right? As to keep going though, to commit to that and get better and better at it and pay your dues to the point where like now you like.
He was the highest grossing actor last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
it's
like
ridiculous.
Ballers, I legitimately love.
And there's
like,
TV
I
shows.
love
I know.
Ballers. You
I
know
do
what
too.
I mean?
But
But it's
yeah.
the same thing where he does what we do with millions of people. Where it's like, you guys are supporting Ballers, and you made it. We have a second season. Thank you for making. He gets the relationship.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy because WWE is such a weird, special, unique thing in that where else do you have to go do something, put on a semi-choreographed but semi-not choreographed thing where you are acting, you need to speak to people, it's also improv, you need to do all this stuff, you can get injured at any point, at which point you need to just improv that as well. You need to build a character, hope that the character reacts well with people. That character needs to have a storyline where you go from being the good guy to the bad guy constantly. Oh, now you need to change your character. Go over, like there's so much going on there, and you need to do all that in front of so many people under so much scrutiny constantly.
And not fuck up.
And not fuck up.
Yeah.
Keep growing and growing while other people are growing, and then go outside of that thing and keep all that stuff going,
Yeah.
and then act and still keep that because you can't betray the fans. You know, then you just become, oh, you're a part-timer in WWE,
Yeah.
and all the wrestling fans start to hate you.
You become Jack Swagger.
But but then there's The Rock who comes back and is instantly right back fucking in the swing of things, and like everybody's so fucking jazzed. The one WrestleMania I went to, going back to the first topic of us talking about places sending you ridiculous journeys
Oh,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Video
THQ
game, yeah.
sending me to WrestleMania 28 in Miami, getting to see The Rock versus John Cena. That was fucking awesome. But nobody was just like, oh, he's only here for the fucking main event. He wouldn't be held. It's like everyone's like, yes, please let The Rock win. This is gonna be fucking awesome. And then The Rock won. It was fucking great.
Well, that's the thing about wrestling, right? Is like WWE has never recovered from the Attitude Era, and that's why the video games chase it and try to do like modes for it and put Stone Cold in the cover. It's because they had lightning in a bottle for that one segment of what that was, and they've never been able to pull out. So like when Rock comes back, you're excited that Rock's back because he's back there to do something awesome.
He's the only guy who can, like, after that, when he won, he came out and challenged John Cena to next year's WrestleMania. The
Immediately.
day after the last WrestleMania, like 364 days from now, you and John Cena, like, what? He's like, I'm just gonna main event this event in a year, so
Yeah.
don't die or get hurt or just stay healthy.
But it's cool. And then I think that a lot goes into it where it's, there was so much legal shit about The Rock. And is he Dwayne Johnson or is he The Rock?
Dwayne The Rock
Dwayne
Johnson.
the Rock Johnson. For a while, he couldn't say that.
Yeah, if you
outside
use The
unless-
Rock, then Vince had to be a producer or whatever
Yeah,
on the
and
film.
I don't know where it's at now, but obviously he seems to be The Rock. Like people promote him as The Rock. All his Instagram and social feeds are
yeah.
The Rock. So it's like I think that is the answer: is The Rock as a brand
Oh, sure.
is not just a person; it is a brand. It doesn't just mean a wrestler. It doesn't just mean an actor
Or a tourist
or
attraction.
a producer or whatever the fuck it is. It's like this dude is a brand that people believe in, and you can put that thing in anything.
It's on Under Armour now. I think it's got its own shoes. There's what is it, $7 or
$7 Productions or something
$7
like that.
production, yeah, whatever. Where
His
they're making their
ex-wife.
YouTube stuff.
Well, they also make a
Him and his
baller.
ex-wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
No, The Rock's amazing.
Yeah, shout out to his team too, by the way, because we give Rock obviously a lot of credit, but I'd love to see behind the curtains on that and how many people he has working with him.
I love to just hang out with The Rock. That's the
I like to
one
hang out
I'm
with
saying.
whoever The Rock's
I've
assistant
interviewed a
is.
lot of WWE guys
Yeah.
over the years, but that's the one that's evaded me that I wanted to.
Really?
Yeah.
He's probably a fucking awesome guy.
He
I have
seems
to
like he
imagine.
would be.
Yeah.
What would you do if he was just an asshole, though?
It would be great if he was, because I'd be like, yes, because I know, like, I've met Hogan, and Hogan was a great guy to me, but my buddy waited in line for him, and he was like, can I take a selfie? He's like, nah, brother. He was like, fuck Hogan, he's a dick, he ruined wrestling for me.
That's my little brother, super into wrestling. So it's like when there are all those moments, it's like the Eminem Stan moment that can fucking break you. Like, I used to take him to a whole bunch of like autograph signings and shit, and like such good experiences. John Cena, such a nice fucking dude. Randy Orton, like all these dudes were so great. Batista, fucking asshole. And it was just like that one experience. He could be the nicest dude ever. But
sucks.
we were at Stonestown and we were there on time to make the cutoff, but he was leaving early and was like walking out, and my brother just real quick was just like, hey, can I please get this thing signed? And he just looked, and I forgot what he said, but it was like really rude, and I was just like, oh
Fucking
god.
Batista bombed him right there.
And it was just like, that's one of those things where it sucks because being on the other end of that now, where there's so many scenarios where we're rushing off somewhere and we need to tell people like, sorry, whatever.
Yeah,
and it's like, no matter what we say, I don't know how that person's taking it. Batista could be the coolest dude ever, but that moment, fuck him. You know, and
that's
can
the
never
whole,
recover
I mean, I've
from
talked
it.
about Punk before and like that, and that is the thing where it's like it sucks that the way these relationships and that relationship and all these like relationships of entertainers go is the fact that you have one bad moment, right, or you are in a thing, and that person thinks you fucking suck, and there's no way to get that back because it's gone. It's gone, and that's why it's so weird for me to think back to when again Attitude Era is popping off. And I was such a Jericho fan. And because like August 9th, 1999 changed my life. I always say it, right? And Rock is such a huge part of that because he cuts that great promo on Jericho. Nothing ever came of it. We're like, all right, whatever. But I remember then, whatever, a year later, 6 months later, when WWE came back to town, we had a tip. So, because we were kids, it's different now with the internet, I'm sure, and everything else. But like, we had a tip on where the wrestlers were staying. Because at no point did we think these wrestlers are probably staying in hotels. But there was one they usually stayed at around the Rosemont Horizon Allstate Arena, and so we went there and we were chilling out. And I just brought the one Jericho photo. I wanted to get a signature from Chris Jericho. I never saw him that night, but saw everybody else. And like, I have in those photo albums, I think I showed you, I have like the click wind up photos of like there was the bar and we're all underage, so we have to stand outside of it while like Devon Dudley was in there, and like he came out and was talking to clearly like, a friend of his, and I took like a photo of him candidly or whatever, and he looked up and he's like, oh hey man, I'm just having a conversation. I'm like, I know, sorry. And he's like, no big deal.
Fuck away from me, kid.
Yeah, but like that would have been a legit response too of like, what the fuck? Like you could have asked why you taking your clicky wind up Kodak camera thing. You know what I mean? But they were all super nice to everybody, and I think there is part of that is like, for the most part, that the business gets the fact that great, we're on top now, and in 6 months we could be wrestling in the indies again, and we need people to support us and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I love The Rock.
God bless
him.
The Rock.
God bless The Rock indeed.
Future president of the United States.
And that's the thing is like it keeps getting kicked around, and he's like, he'll play it off,
right
but
there.
it's like,
I'm
fucking do it.
dude, it's happening. I honestly believe it's happening.
I don't think it'll be 2020.
I think it will. I think Trump, the situation that Trump has going now, there's no way The Rock doesn't get involved.
If he does, he's got to do it as like he's standing up to save the world. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
well,
you know what I mean?
but
Like,
that's what he's
you
gonna
think he
do.
needs to wear like a Captain America outfit the entire time?
Dude, I'm still telling you too. They fucked up with this Shazam movie. He should be Shazam.
Yeah,
he
that's
should
fucked
be
up.
Billy Bat. Because like that's the thing about Central Intelligence Agency. And again, back to how good of an actor he is. Right? Is like he plays a very like aloof, like nerd who got yoked or whatever. So he's like, you get that, and then even imagining him playing like wow, I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, you're Superman. Like, but being The Rock, that would be so awesome.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
Yeah,
Twice.
Black Adam, whatever.
How was he?
Maybe.
Oh,
Huh?
How was that movie?
Which one?
Central Intelligence Agency.
It was fine. It was fun. I mean, that's the thing about The Rock strikes me so much as so many of our YouTube friends. Where they're in a movie or a thing, and I'm like, oh, I love that person. Yeah, I'll watch that or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And Central Intelligence was like, I love The Rock, and I love Kevin Hart. So yeah, here's my money. I'll go see this in theater. And this
Right.
is like a comedy anybody else was in. I probably want to go see this one.
Yeah.
But it's like, they look funny, and you get in there, and it's them palling around having fun.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever. But as far as like a plot, sure. But it's them having fun and being
Yeah,
together. And
yeah.
that's why it's like,
that's-
same thing with Jumanji, where I was like, I don't want another fucking Jumanji.
I do.
The Rock and Kevin Hart. All right,
that's
sure.
gonna be-
Yeah, I'll
that's
go see
gonna be-
this.
And he's in the Jungle Cruise movie. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
But the Rock is awesome because the Rock movie is a thing. Like,
Yeah.
that makes sense in the same way that Adam Sandler movies made a thing back in the day, right?
Remember those?
Yeah, I do.
When you cared?
But,
Yeah,
it's
that was
like,
a big deal.
but now it's like The Rock, and he can be in any genre doing anything. And it's like what with Moana, I think it's really crazy because like his character in that movie, he is just The Rock, which he is oftentimes in movies. Hashtag Fast and Furious.
Daddy's got to go to work.
So good, so fucking good. but with Moana, he is literally a freaking now a kid celebrity as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's
Yeah.
really getting the entire age group of people.
whole
He
spectrum.
sings.
Yeah.
He sings in a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah, it's wild when you think of. So going back to that, was it the runaround?
The rundown.
The rundown. Thank you. The runaround.
The rapper, the reach around.
There's the,
I don't think he was in
there. The bend over, turn the lights off. No, but there's that one moment where he actually passes Arnold Schwarzenegger in the hallway, right? And Arnold Schwarzenegger says something like it's up to you now or some shit like that, like actually physically passing the torch. And everyone was like, oh, he didn't really become that. Now he is that. He is in the 80s he is now what Arnold Schwarzenegger was, to me at least, in the 80s, where it didn't fucking matter what Arnold Schwarzenegger was doing. I had to see that movie because it's Arnold.
That's all.
But
and I
he
mean,
even takes it a step further. I think The Rock is
But that's
bigger.
the thing and it goes back to the wrestling thing of The Rock represents an era. The Rock represents the best era. And The Rock is also the one dude that was in between where he had the passing of the torch from Hogan. Then he had the passing of the torch to Cena. And it's just like there was the handshake moments on both ends. And it's like he will forever be welcome back to go there. But
Until he tries to handshake with Roman Reigns. And it's just like, we're not buying that.
That was like my favorite moment of that when he came out and people were still booing Roman Reigns. And like,
It's Roman Reigns, guys, come on!
There's
It's the
that look.
future!
There's that look where The Rock's like, fuck. Why? No, nobody
Still
likes
nothing.
that. Shit. So and here's the one question I have because I was sold on as soon as it got announced, but I haven't had time because it's been such a busy couple days. How is the Baywatch trailer?
Oh God, it's so good.
Yeah?
You should stop and watch it right now.
I
I'm-
really think we should.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay.
It's so fucking good.
Because
Hold on.
Let's just watch it. We'll watch it as right now. Who cares?
I don't think we can get audio on that, so I'm gonna pull it
Do
up
it on your
this.
phone.
I'm gonna pull it up on this.
No, because that was the thing when he announced that I was like, "Fuck yes!" And then every Instagram post
No,
he's
just
done
keep it
since
going.
then, where he comes out and he introduces a new character or actor,
Jack
you're like,
Efron?
yeah. And then like when he
Jacked Efron.
and he did the exact same thing too with this, where it was like, "Hey everybody, because of your support and this awesome screening we got, this is an Instagram post that goes on forever. We're moving it up to Memorial Day, right, or whatever." And it's like, hey, because of that, this is happening, and we're going up against Pirates of the Caribbean, and I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Johnny Depp, and it's gonna be a lot of fun going up, and two great movies, and it's like, you're fucking awesome.
That's so awesome.
First off, I'm definitely seeing that movie that weekend. Not Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, I mean, if it's Memorial Day,
Pirates looks okay this time.
whatever. I
But
don't need
yeah,
a fifth
I'm watching
fucking Pirates of the
Baywatch, don't
Caribbean
worry.
movie, whatever it is.
All right. Prepare your body and soul.
Thank you. You want me to, am I live reacting to it?
Our team is the elite of the elite. We're the heart and soul of this very beach.
The Rock.
It's got a beat. It's got a beat.
Some other time.
We're staring into this year. City Council's already cut our funding. It's up to us to restore the Baywatch brand.
Such a good plot.
Ready for duty.
Can you just look at my boobs? You should look at my face.
I'm trying. But it's so close to your boobs. This is the guy you think is a good PR opportunity for us. Use some shots!
I love this.
Zac Efron's awesome too.
Yeah, he's so good.
With 2 gold medals. How many gold medals do you have? Probably 0. We got a dead body on our beach. That's not our job. My gut says there's some bad shit going on over there, and my balls say we need to check it out. My balls say it's just sticky trash. What do your balls sound like 3-year-old girls? I don't know, man. That's just how they talk. But they're wise. Welcome to Baywatch. Why you grabbing me so tight?
He always looks like he's running in slow mo.
You see it too?
Is that Ava
Quantico?
Mendez or whatever?
No, they look like the chick from Quantico.
Yeah. Hot. We're in lifeguard pursuit. There's no such thing as lifeguard pursuit. How do I explain this so that you people understand? You people. You people. Oh, you don't get to say that. You're just tan. Well, come on, bro.
Oh, the Dwayne.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah,
Looks fun.
come on now. Why wouldn't we love
Looks
that?
super fun.
Looks great.
So good.
God damn it, Rock, you're a national treasure.
Oh, give me Jumanji. If you can do this for Baywatch, what can you do for Jumanji?
Just wait until he's in Golden Girls. Mind blown.
Again, I would support that.
I would watch it.
The live action Bambi trailer they did on SNL. I'd watch that movie.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that.
Oh,
Is it
later
funny?
we'll watch
All
it.
right.
It's literally the best thing in the world.
Good.